going on a little ride to Walmart. Figured it'd be a good test drive. About 20 miles of driving. No, it's not wheel bearings. This has two new front wheel bearings. And I don't hear anything coming from the rear. It's got new CV shafts. The front end's all redone on this. It's got the two new idler arms. New tie rods. New ball joints, new upper and lower ball joints, new upper and lower control arm bushings, new sway bar links in the front. Only thing that hasn't been changed is the differential itself. I changed the fluid in it. Fluid's been changed twice. Transmission and transfer case got all new seals and new fluid. New shift solenoids. The two solenoids that control 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are changed. They're new GM genuine ones. The fluid's all been changed in this too for the transmission. This thing rides like crap though without that alignment. Yeah, you can hear that hum. So I let my foot off and it's not making it. Stops when you take your foot off the pedal. It's not transmission related. I think it's the front differential. I haven't even been able to drive this thing that much since owning it. Owning it like for a full year. And it's only gotten about a little over like 3,000 miles. Because I had it all torn apart in the garage all that time. Waiting on parts and money to buy the parts, time to do the work. People know how how to use tools, what tools and such to buy, and with the reviews I do, and like how to fix stuff. And when you try to put a vehicle on a lift, when I worked at the shops, especially like the muffler shop, like Monroe Muffler Brake, it's a real popular chain out there in New York. It's kind of like Firestone, I guess. Anyway, a lot of the vehicles 10 years or older are so rusty, you can't even put them on a lift safely. You're trying to pick the lift up on the lift arms, they're going right through the rocker panels, and then where the truck frames are snapping in half from the rust, and you got might have enough room in the garage to do everything. The garage I have now, I mean, if you've seen any of my videos, it's not that big. It's good enough where it's just barely big enough to make things work. I guess I'm more spoiled than some people. Some people have like a single stall and it's super tight, so it could be worse. You know, by the grace of God, I have what I have, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I appreciate everything.